I made a decision this morning and now it's put me behind the clock. I went ahead and ordered another. Whew. All right guys, we're making some progress. My camera died on the tractor, but I've already gotten a lot of the trash out of this area. I decided not to get the zero turn yet. I'm going to grab that this evening and cut the grass whenever it's not so sunny out. I've got the old air compressor on there right now. I took the outdoor swing that I have right there that was on my homestead in Florida, put it up underneath there on the rocks to get it out the weather and to keep the bottom from rotting any further. I don't think it's rotten yet, but if I leave it there, it will be. I started pushing up piles of trash right here. I'll end up grabbing with the grapple, shaking out the dirt, and the stuff that I can burn, I'll put over there. The stuff that I can't, I'll put in the dumpster. But we are making some progress. Get this block out of here. All right, I'm gonna get y'all set up, put you on a time lapse, and get some music rolling. Let's go. Whew, I have no idea when my cameras died, guys. I got tunnel vision and was just getting at it, as you can see. Whew, there was a ton of trash to pick up, and I got as much as I could with Uber, and then went around by hand and picked up a ton of stuff. But as you can see, it is pretty much cleared out now. I have a lot of divots from where Gumby came over and pushed those trees over and dug those stumps up. So it's about time to put the bucket on and back drag it the best I can, and then grab Taxi over there with the box blade and start making some rounds. But first I want to try to take this tree out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to with no weight on the back of Uber, and I think it's a sweet gum too, and those are difficult to get out. But we're going to give it a shot. I've already got Uber set up. I've also been multi-purposing, if you've seen in the time lapse. I've been grabbing big boulders as well and stacking them over behind Taxi, over there by the big trailer, because I'm taking a bunch of rock down to my brother, and in turn he's going to give me a whole bunch of stuff from his place to bring up here that I don't have, and they don't have rock in Florida. So should be a win-win barter. So I'm collecting as I'm going while I got the grapple on. So we're going to push this tree down. I have another pile of rocks over there and another pile over there that I've already collected. I'm going to get them over there where they go. Then I'm going to put the bucket on, do some back dragging, and then get Taxi and start making some rounds. But it looks so much better. So much better out here. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Long time. I'm only going to do to these two trees right here. The area back here that's got the logs and the windows and a lot of the milled stuff and plumbing and just scrap metal, I'm not going to mess with yet. And the golf cart, because I want to take all that stuff down to the landing when Mike and them moves, and there's still a couple of days for that. So I'm going to focus on the area where the raised beds and the greenhouse is going, and that'll be a new project all on its own. Let's get you set up and see if we can get this tree down. that went pretty well. That also really opened up that area quite a bit. All right, let's get all these rocks. That way we can switch this grapple out. One more thing I did is I moved all those stumps over there and leveled that out with the grapple the best I could until I get the bucket on there. Wow, now that's a pile of boulders. Got him a couple different sizes. There ain't many small ones in here at all, but look how big that is, guys. These are huge. That is going to be one heavy, heavy load to Florida. But it's worth it. My brother's hooking me up, so I'm going to hook him up. That one right there is huge. A lot of these are ones that I've been collecting to use around here, but I'm going to go ahead and give them to him, and I'll collect some more because I got an ample supply of rocks around here. You just got to go get them. And I also collected some other ones for him as well. There's one more thing I want to do before I take the grapple off, and that is kind of back drag this a little bit. I want to do it with the grapple because I want the dirt to kind of go through there, because there's a lot of roots and rock and stuff, so I want to try to separate all of that and just get the dirt and the rock in the holes. Whew, it's a busy, busy day, guys. Busy, but it's a gorgeous day. Absolutely complete clear skies, beautiful views. Started out cool this morning. It's not real hot today, but it's definitely heated up quite a bit. Yeah, you just been lounging, huh? Well, that worked out pretty good. Can't even tell there was a stump there anymore. Not too bad. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this area over here by the fire pit where all those rocks were. And there used to be wood and everything else stacked over here. Now that's all stacked up neatly. I got most of the big rocks out of the way. I'll end up breaking this out and making this all nice and smooth. Got the extra propane tank up there. Generator situated. Now I need to get the lean-to cleared off in the back there. This area right here is where we dug up 2 stumps. Look at all these rocks, guys. I'm gonna take the box blade and go through there and get all these rocks out and level this out. I got it the best that I could with the grapple. I'll go ahead and shut the patio well shed. And then of course this area right here, this was the big area, all nice and cleared out. Now I need to switch out the bucket and get taxi fired up and warmed up, and then bring the bucket in here, do some back dragging just so the holes ain't so bad. That way taxi don't beat the what's happenings out of me right off the rip. And just start doing laps around here and getting this all smoothed out. The greenhouse is going to go somewhere in this area right here, which is the highest area, and it's somewhat flat already. Well, good morning, guys. Well, I made a decision this morning, and now it's put me behind the clock. I went ahead and ordered another load of rock. As y'all seen on my last video, I got a load of rock right here for the driveway. I still need to level it out, but I've decided that I'm gonna use 3/4 clean, or I decided I'm gonna use the SPF. It's 52 or something like that back here in this area. So I need to get the bucket on Uber and get over here and prep the area where it's gonna be, because I want him to trailer it as much as possible to make it a little bit easier for me to smooth it out. So we got our work cut out for the next 2 hours. Hopefully I can get this done. It's crunch time. Let's get the bucket on Uber and start leveling this out. All right, Uber made pretty quick work of that. I grabbed that big pile of dirt that I had stacked up there, and I also had a little bit more dirt over there stacked up. Filled in as many of the big holes as I could. It's still real rough, but now it's time for Taxi to shine. We're gonna get Taxi fired up with the box blade and start making some rounds and see if we can move this around a little bit to level it out. I'm wanting the truck, when it gets here, to gate it in this area right here, because this area right here is where the greenhouse, yourgreenhouse.com, is coming from. So I need to get this area in particular done first, but I'm gonna have to level out that hill right there to get the dirt that I need to bring up the grade. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's get it.
Single time that I come around, it seems you got another man trying to keep you down, baby. Well, you might think you're driving me insane, but I made the game that you're trying to play. You know, I think you maybe ought to know this ain't my first rodeo. I've been around long enough to know some things you can't take back. Some things you just got to let go. I've been around long enough to know that some things you can't take back. Some things you just got to let go. Well, I ain't got time to change your mind, 'cause the bus is a humming. Are you staying? Are you coming? Come on, baby. Oh, I ain't got time to change your mind, 'cause the bus is a humming. Are you staying? Are you coming? Well, you might think you're driving me insane, but I made the game that you're trying to play. You know, I think you really ought to know this ain't my first rodeo. Hell, I've been around long enough to know that there's some things you can't take back. Some things you just got to let go. Well, there's some things you can't take back. Lord, some things you just got to let go. Oh, you gotta let go.
Why'd y'all fall down? At amount of time the truck is here, we're not going with the exact same thing that we used for this. We're going to go with the SP52 or something like that. It's a little bit, it's basically the same thing, but it's dirty. Domino's on the scene. You want to start from the front, work your way back, or work from the back and come front? We'll probably start from the front first, get our line, and then we can just go back as far as we can go. So go ahead and start turning. We're going to go right about here. Oh, I thought you was going this way. That'll work. Yeah, what you did there with just jerking, I think that's going to be the best. Just dump it all right there. All right guys, we got all the rock that we need on the mountain now. He wasn't able to trailer it very well because it's so wet, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and grab Uber, go ahead and get it all leveled out and make it as square as possible.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank. It ain't that long till I'm back at the farm. I'm pulling up the truck down at the dock. It's time to do some cruising, baby, get a little stuck. It's a Saturday joyride, Percy Beast is the spot. We're on a boat, we're feeling fine, drinking Tennessee whiskey, a big blue sky. We're going up, we're coming down. There's a party on the water, it's a hell of a time. We're on a boat, we're killing time, in our own honky tonk with a bottle of wine. We're going up, we're coming down. Cheers to feeling alright, it's a hell of a time. A hell of a time. Yeah, we're chilling out here, ladies in the rear, our feet in the water, our top disappears, drinking Malibu Patron or a beer in a cup. We all get to dance and I get to chancing, kissing that country girl, romancing, a whole lot of love bumping out of the bar.
All right guys, I got it pretty much level. I got one or two little low spots in here, but the next step that we're gonna do, I got some red flags over there and a measuring tape. I'm gonna kind of lay it out roughly to kind of where I want it to set, and that way I can focus to getting it real level where the building is actually going to set. It's crazy how much different it looks back here though. All right guys, I got some flags out. This right here is roughly about the size that it's going to be. It is a 12 by 20, and this right here I have laid out is 14 foot, about a foot on each side. We're going to start the front of it right here, and this will end up being the backyard of the cabin right in this area. But when I do the expansion, that will come out about another 5 foot, and it'll come out that way about another 5 foot. That's why I pulled a measurement over here first to find out where 15 foot was going to bring me, and I went just on the side because that right there will be the outdoor kitchen, and I want right off of the outdoor kitchen to have the nice greenhouse and garden area, and when you come out the back door to have a nice garden raised bed area right over here. But I think that this right here is pretty good for this for now until we get the greenhouse in. I got plenty on the sides to be able to grab from to level out once I get the base built of the greenhouse. Eventually I will end up bringing in some more rock to cover all the way around here, because all of the raised beds are going to be built on rock. That way I don't have to deal with weed pressure in the future. All right guys, it's been about 2 days. I was going to show y'all a whole lot of other stuff that we did over here with the driveway and out in the clearing where the dozer did, but that would make it way too much for this video right here. So we're going to go ahead and end this video here. But it is amazing the transformation that took place back here. I can't wait to get this right here settled. Right after the dreamers get their area cleared out down there. Domino, it's been a hard couple of days, hasn't it? But it turned out real good. Can't wait for the greenhouse to get here. I am ready for it. Cleared out all of that right there, leveled it out. Such a huge difference. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. It has been a busy couple of days here on the mountain. We went ahead and sorted 2 truckloads of rock, which you will see the last sorting on the next video, because in front of the tiny house and that area back there, I can't take you any further, has made a complete change as well. So that'll be the next video coming up, guys. If you have not subscribed, liked, hit the notification bell yet, make sure that you do, because we're just getting started. Spring has just sprung, and I've definitely sprung into action, and we got a whole lot more coming this year. So make sure you subscribe and follow along. It's going to be an adventure. So until we see each other again, guys, come on, let's go on another adventure.